Hi, we're called Sex Advice for Seniors because me and Peter are two people in our 60s and we still enjoy sex. And we believe that there's still loads of ways that you can enjoy sex that maybe you've not tried before, or maybe you've reached a point in your relationship where things have changed and you need to spice them up a bit. And that's why we're here, to try and help everyone and support you and just share with you our own experiences of sex and our libidos and what's worked and what hasn't worked. And for all of you who are looking for that, that's why we're here. And we've had some comments from people to say that they don't think it's that important. And that's absolutely fine. We get that. But we are called Sex Advice for Seniors. Old people having sex, old people talking about sex, ick, right? Just the thought of it is so taboo for so many people. But here's the thing, we are all, if we're lucky, going to get old one day. And the sooner that we just get on board with that, acknowledge it, and stop constantly comparing ourselves to our younger days, younger people, younger this, younger that, the better. Because there's a lot of benefit to being older. You know more stuff. You don't give a shit about more stuff. You don't care what people think most of the time. And you can make your decisions if you want to not to have sex, to have sex, to have sex with more than one person, to be in open relationships, just like you can when you're a younger person. The benefit when you're an older person is that mostly you're more emotionally able to deal with that. I mean, that's a massive generalization, but generally with our age comes more life experience and more ability to cope with some of the challenges that we know often come along. But I don't like to think of myself as a person that looks younger than I am, or is, you know, reflects back all the time on younger this, younger that, because I am going to be 62 in a couple of weeks, and I'm okay with that. I've done a shed load of stuff in my 62 years that I'm super proud of, and I am an older person, and that's fine. Let's talk about jealousy, shall we? Jealousy.
Yeah. Well, the thing from the podcast that we recorded yesterday was how to deal with jealousy. And jealousy doesn't necessarily have to be about sex.
No.
You could be jealous of your partner doing something else as a hobby, for example.
Yeah, and the reason why we're talking about that was because it's been brought up that polyamorous relationships that are not monogamous, which people over 60, I think, and over 50 are more and more interested in engaging in once they move beyond that traditional relationship that they probably had for a significant amount of time, and thinking about exploring all of this sort of stuff. Often jealousy comes up because it's inevitable. It's the big one.
The big J.
The big J. And how you deal with that. And one thing that Tessa said that really struck us both was about the fact that rather than looking at it as something threatening, which is how we normally look at it, as if it's disrupting something that we've got in a bad way, that you could look at it positively by just saying, well, if my partner is off doing that and he's happy, and he's with me and he's happy, then everybody's happy.